What's up? In this video, I want to walk you through how to apply for a license in the great state of North Carolina. Now, before I jump into the video, please excuse the noise of birds in the background. I know it's a little distracting, but I'm in a magical place right now, and it's just a lot of sounds of nature, So let's get right into the video. In the description box of this video, I will share all the links to all these sites that I'm sharing with you in this video so you can have access to them. Based on my research, I've discovered there's a reason why North Carolina is quickly becoming a top-tier destination for people that are looking to start a business, because they're incredibly organized, and their process, in my opinion, for applying for a license, home care license, is much smoother and much easier than the state of Georgia where I lived. So I think it's great if you're considering doing business in North Carolina. I highly recommend you proceed and do it. I know most states have Department of Human Services. This site is similar to that. And what I like about this is that they list out the frequently asked questions, they have the fee schedules, and pretty much everything that you need. Things like checklists, for example, they list it out all in here. So I'll share this link in the description of this video. But let me dive into the actual requirements. They have made everything very easy for you to understand. So it says here, before you get started, review the initial home care survey checklist. I would recommend you click on this so you can read through the checklist. It says number 2, review the North Carolina rules governing the licensure of home care agencies. So click on that as well, and you can read through everything. Let's go into the application. They have a link for you to download and complete the application right there. Number 2 is the fees that you have to pay. It says here, payment should be in the form of a check, money order, or certified check, and must be payable to North Carolina Division of Health Service Regulation. Number 3 is include proof of previous owning and operating a home care agency, or include proof of completion of home care provider training. So they have listed how to do the home care provider training in the previous link that I showed you here. And this is the home care provider training here that you can access. So if you have any questions about what that means, I highly recommend you look into the home care provider training. And then number 4 is mail the above, so these 3, to the Division of Health Service Regulation. That's the address in Raleigh, North Carolina. Next is something that very few states put together for applicants, which are frequently asked questions. And it's only 11 pages, so I highly recommend you skim through this. I will also put the link to these frequently asked questions in the description of this video. But let's just skim through some of the basic frequently asked questions real quick here. What does it mean to be a Medicare certified agency? Super simple. I know a lot of people that reach out to me have questions about the differences between Medicare and non-Medicare, non-certified. So just read through that and how the state of North Carolina defines each one of those. How can I become a Medicare certified home health care agency? So it says to become a Medicare certified home health agency, a certificate of need, CON, must be obtained. So in order for you to get a certificate of need, that's the link you need to click on and follow the instructions on how to do that. Do I need a home care license to provide home care services to individuals? Obviously, yes. So you absolutely have to submit an application. What do I need to establish a home care agency? Again, follow the instructions. What are the license fees? for a home care agency. The license fee for an initial application is $560. The license fee for a change of ownership is $510. Most people are going to be looking to do an initial application, and that's $560. So that's the number you need to be looking at here. How long does the initial licensure process take? This is a really good question here. A lot of people have asked me this very question from different states, obviously. The length of the initial licensure process varies depending on multiple factors, such as whether the application is complete, that's pretty obvious, whether additional information needs to be submitted, again pretty obvious, current surveyor workload, availability of resources necessary to complete the review. Therefore, it is not possible to establish a specific time frame. So yeah, it can get pretty tricky to get your license fast, but I suspect North Carolina will be able to process your license pretty fast. Here's another one. What are policies and procedures? This is a good one. A policy is a principle or a predetermined course of action to guide decision making. A procedure describes a method to carry out a policy and often includes a series of steps. Next is, why do I have to submit policies and procedures for the initial licensure process? The reason is the policies and procedures submitted by the agency present a sampling of the policies and procedures necessary to direct all administrative personnel and client care operations of the agency as required by the state law. Usually, putting together policy and procedures can be very annoying because it requires you to put together so many documents that are formatted correctly, and the state requires you to submit so many things. And I'll show you what the application looks like, the checklist. In fact, let's go through the checklist real quick so you can understand what the state will ask you for. So this is the checklist. It's pretty overwhelming, right? If you have to put together so many documents. But look here, let's go through what the state is asking you to put together as far as policies and procedures. They're asking you to put together scope of services policy, emergency preparedness, agency director job description, companion sitter agency director, job descriptions for other positions. I got good news. I've created these templates here. These are actual templates, not sample templates. These are actual templates. In this case, this is a blueprint for all of you who will need these to just plug in your company's information, edit based on your agency's needs, and submit them over to the state. If you're ready to apply for a license for the state of North Carolina, and they ask you for a scope of services policy, emergency preparedness policy, I already have that. I already have that here in these templates that I've created for you. All you have to do is purchase, click on I want this, make the purchase, download them, then you fill them out based on what your company's information is, edit them a little bit, and you should have everything you need to fulfill the scope of services policy and emergency preparedness. And everything else that you might need here are also included in the templates that I have for you. And I've also done a very detailed video that shows you what these templates look like. And if you still have any questions, whether any of these things are included in the templates that I have, feel free to reach out to me, schedule some time, and I'll send you an index, which is a list similar to this, that lists out everything that's included in my templates, so you can easily use and feel comfortable when you're ready to submit to your state. And yes, they work for any state. I've had people from Virginia, North Carolina, California, Georgia purchase my policies. Last but not least, this is the actual application form. As you can see, the application forms are not too crazy, right? They're only 9 pages. So if you skim through these, they're pretty straightforward, right? So in this case, you're applying for the home care agency, so you're just gonna select home care. You can skip all of these and just check off what's applicable to you. Skimming through these, pretty straightforward, right? Pretty straightforward, very easy. There you go, 9 pages. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I will see you in the next one.